Welcome back to the second chapter. In this chapter we will show you how to design or how one can design their own life. Before we start, some vital remarks, and that's like number one, never forget this, that you are exactly the person you should be in this present moment. Unless you know better than the source that makes entire planets spins and possibly creates multiple dimensions, you are perfect in your current states. The good and the bad, everything all together. So you have the challenges you should have and you have the gifts that you should have in this present moment. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot improve on your current situation, but your situation is as it is. So the sooner you accept your starting point, the sooner that bicycle boy realizes that the present moment is the moment he should focus on, the better the ride will be. So definitely don't dismiss this idea as some hippie bullshit. You embrace the fact that you are truly a magnificent creature. So already you won the first race against 250 million other sperm cells, but you're also made out of the same stuff as planets. So if you ever feel down, realize that you are more worth than you think, than you give yourself. So the third point is do this, work from the inside out. Try to connect as best as you can to your inner being. And I will show you how to do that. One of the gateway tricks to do that is gratitude. And I will show you in the next video in the Wheel of Life, where we redesign or where we design your life on how to connect well. But future videos in this chapter or in the upcoming chapters will explain you how to connect with your core values, with your strengths, with your communication preferences. It will teach you more about what kind of colors and materials you are made of, so to say. So some final remark is, when you design your life, realize there is no good or bad. It is as it is. Just as the spider who caught the fly in the web, it's good from the perspective of the spider, it's bad from the perspective of the fly. You should realize that it's an entire play at game and that the good and bad situations are only mental constructs. The situation is as it is. So acceptance is a key point here. Let me check, are we done? Yeah, well, one final thing before you dive into the designing of your life, do one thing first, and that's clear your rubble. And that means rubble in the different phases of your life. So for example, the physical rubble in your living room, but that can also be the mental rubble. So write down everything on paper, all the to-do things you think you need to do. Make like a huge list, write down all the action points. That doesn't necessarily mean execute them, but just get them out of your head and onto paper. Create sort of a calmer state of your mind. Write down the thoughts that you have, write it down, everything in a journal. So I highly recommend buying a journal in this phase before you start designing your life. Definitely spend some money, get some skin in the game, because you're writing down the story of your life, which is worth $1 or $2. Yeah, so don't be cheap on buying the journal and the pen. Get some skin in the game. Other than that, areas like financial rubble, so pay out the debts, social rubble, so let everybody know you love that you love them, that you appreciate them. Get a few steps back from those that you don't love or that cost you energy, so to say. Get your body in order. And a good example, if not convinced, is the movie Limitless, where he swallows the pill and gets a 100x or so on his intelligence. I think his intelligence does a 10x. He goes above 1000 IQ. But what he does there is, the first thing, he cleans up his house, he trains his body, gets his social stuff in order. So I highly recommend to do the exact same thing before we move on to the next topic. And the next topic is design your life. So after you've cleared some of your rubble, I would love to see you in the next video. See you there.